Professor Dheeraj Sharma ji, all the faculty members and wonderful students. I wish you a very happy Foundation Day. First thing I did, I redefined myself. I said I am not a filmmaker, I am a storyteller. Second thing, if it's a story, then it can be told to anybody, anywhere. And then I took that film, I remember we showed it on the streets of JNU. I have shown it in such places where you won't even show videos of your child's birthday. I have shown it to an audience of 5 or 10 people. I remember where in some law institute somewhere, they promised to have the house full, but ultimately some people opposed it, and there were 6 or 7 students were sitting there and they were very embarrassed. I think it was University of Law in Hyderabad or somewhere, I don't remember exactly. It's in my book. But I kept traveling. I kept traveling with the film, Slowly people started understanding the idea. And since then, I have never looked back. It changed my life. After that, I have given thousands of speeches. I have been to US university tours, European university tours. I have written articles. I have said what I wanted to express. Then the theaters I was not limited to theaters. I changed the retailing of the entire idea of the product. I did what Amazon did. If you are interested in the idea, you can directly contact me. I eliminated middlemen, and that's exactly what Buddha in Traffic Jam was. The film's only message was, take out all the middlemen and create a new Bharat. Urban Axles, the book, all the top publishing houses, मुझे रोक दीजिएगा जब टाइम हो जाए. The top publishing houses, the so-called these Western multinational publishing houses, I have those emails with me. I put them in my book also. They said, yeah, Vivek may be a good filmmaker, a wonderful orator and all that, but this Urban Axles, who's going to buy this idea? It's a stupid idea. It won't work. They rejected. We said, okay, we'll publish ourselves. We published the book. It became, till date, is the largest selling and the fastest selling non-fiction book of India. Urban Axles has become a legitimate political and legal word now. Government of India now is filing affidavits in Supreme Court using that term, and Prime Minister has been using it for so many months in every speech. All IAS officers in Delhi use the word Urban Axles. See, आप लोग ने भी कहीं ना कहीं कभी ना कभी use किया ही. And recently somebody sent me an article from an Australian newspaper, and that article uses the word Urban Axles. It is going global. How was it marketed? I never tried to impress anyone. I didn't say, hey, I'm launching my book. I just simply went, spoke to whoever was there. If you follow my social media handles, even today, every day I sit and sign 20, 30 books, which is a very big thing. 16, now almost 6 years later, to sign 30, 40 books every day and send it to people at double the price. It's a 300 rupee book, I sell it for 1,000 rupees with my sign for the foundation, and we use that money to mentor small town, middle class, non-English speaking young people, youth to become, to innovate in the field of communication. That is the mission we follow, and that's what I call Mission Bharat. Because I want the new Bharat to have its own narrative. I want your Bharat which you are going to belong to, Bharat which is going to belong to you, to be your Bharat, not the Bharat the world tells us about. And my Bharat is full of achievements. Yes, we have problems. For last 1 year, we have been doing research on how India made vaccines. Yesterday, somebody interviewed me on India Today. You have to understand when I say what happens when you try to impress. And throughout the anchor kept asking me only one thing. Yeah, we understand vaccine, but are you going to show how many people died? Oh yeah, I understand the achievement of vaccine, but are you going to show that we did not have oxygen? Throughout she kept telling me all those things. Try to understand in next 2 minutes what I am going to say and listen to it very carefully. In a family, there can be a weak child. For a variety of reasons. There can be a poor child in a classroom. What do you do? Do you keep telling that child how poor you are? How weak you are? These are your problems? Or you try to empower that child? A child who could not run for 50, 60 years, for few years, suddenly is now running with the athletes, the champions. Maybe at number 4, maybe at number 5, but it's running, it's in the race, it's competing, and those 3-4 people are looking back every time because they're scared, what if this child overtakes me? Isn't that something to celebrate? Yes, people died. People died everywhere in the world, people die. But do you spend your life focusing on death? You are going to die, I am going to die. Abdul Kalam Sahab died while speaking like me, but was he focusing on death? Or was he focusing on inspiring the next generation of students who were sitting in front of him? What as Indians are we supposed to do right now? Keep talking about the weaknesses? Keep talking about the gaps? Yes, we have to. But there are experts and specialists who are working for that. We need to focus on the race we are running. It's a difficult race. And why vaccine I am making? Because I want the youth of this country to understand who we are. Where have we come from? And where are we going? Let me ask you, okay? We are all educated people here. This is the cream of this country. You can't be better than this. IIM, it's a dream of billions, 1.5 billion people in this country. Who made this vaccine? Indian vaccine? Who made this vaccine? Can anybody tell me? Who made Covaxin? How do you know that? How do you know that? Because you heard it. Bharat Biotech, definitely, yes, undoubtedly. But it's like saying, who made you a good manager or a good CEO? You said this building. It's a facility. But this vaccine was made by few virologists of Indian Council of Medical Research and National Institute of Virology in Pune. Very ordinary people. Very ordinary people. If you look at them, you can't even imagine they are scientists. And do you realize 80 to 90% of them are all women? And what kind of women? The kind of women which the West ridicules. Going by their face and the kind of clothes they wear, they say these are not empowered women. Why? कि वो बर्तन भी धोती थी, झाड़ू भी लगा रही थी, बच्चे का भी ख्याल रख रही थी, पति के भी टेंट्रम सहन कर रही थी, पति भी तो घर में बैठा था, सास ससुर का भी ख्याल रख रही थी, कुछ प्रेग्नेंट थी. एक की शादी हुई और 2 दिन बाद लॉकडाउन में वो फंस गई, पति लक्षद्वीप में, वो यहां पे 2 साल मिली नहीं उससे। This vaccine is made with the sacrifice, struggle, strength and service of these women, which just by looking at the face, the West ridicules. This is Bharat. This is Bharat. Have you ever wondered, despite so many problems, everybody, if you listen to the media and everywhere, you will believe that India is like everybody is a criminal here. It's the most unsafe place. But do you know which countries have maximum security surveillance systems in their houses and offices? The country which says India is not safe. और हमारे यहाँ, मैं तो मुंबई में रहता हूँ, घरों के दरवाजे खुले रहते हैं पूरी बिल्डिंग में, कोई सब यहाँ आते जाते हैं, बच्चे नीचे खेलते हैं, कोई पूछता भी आपके बच्चे बाहर जाते हैं, हैव यू एवर वरीड कि अरे मेरा बच्चा कहीं कोई उठा के ना ले जाए, कोई ड्रग डीलर? इतने सारे बच्चे यहाँ पे पढ़ रहे हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम है? All this is happening because we have been dumbed down. As a nation, our confidence has been broken. We have been made to feel defeated. अरे यार यहाँ कुछ नहीं होगा. What is the ambition of a middle class family today in India? It sounds very bitter. It's very sad commentary on 70 years of socio-economic development of this country or psychological development. But what is the dream? पढ़ो, engineer बनो, अमेरिका चले जाओ. हमने नरक को स्वर्ग अपने दिमाग में बना रखा है. आपको एक बात पता है? आप कभी वर्ल्ड वॉर की बात चल रही थी, यू गो टू यूरोप एंड गो टू दीज म्यूजियम्स एंड टेक दीज गाइडेड टूर्स. गो टू ऑश्विट्ज where they had the biggest concentration camps. Do you know how these Jews, when these Jews landed in Auschwitz, आपके रोंगटे खड़े हो जाएंगे सुन के. They came with the best of the clothes in their bags. They got all their jewelry, all their makeup. They got expensive leather bags with them. Women came with all their fashionable things, jewelry and everything. They got all their savings with them. And they came dressed up looking good. You know why? When they were picked up from Italy and Czech and all other places, you know what they were told? We are taking you to heaven. And they were taken to concentration camps. I go to America all the time. I am not anti-America, but I am pro-truth. Have you seen these IT students from Andhra, Bengal, Bihar, how they live? 15, 20, 30 in one apartment. Day and night they are working. आप भी जाते होंगे, आपके कजिन्स होंगे, किसी के बेटे होंगे, किसी के बच्चे होंगे, आप लोग भी जाके देखिए, अपनी आंखों से देखिए. It's slavery. Nobody trusts you, you can't trust anyone. You are a dehydrated human being. You are working day and night. Why? To fulfill somebody else's dream, to make some other nation strong, and write few posts on WhatsApp about dharma. I think it's time for the young people to destroy all this, change India. It's time for you to pay back to your parents. My son, my daughter, they are your age. We were colonized without our choice. Then our education, the Macaulay's education system conditioned our minds, made us feel like slaves. That's why you see, हम ऐसे तो बड़े चौड़े होते हैं सड़क पे, जैसे ही कोई अंग्रेज आता है यूं करने लगते हैं, सर बोलने लगते हैं उसको. We are the only country जहां पे हर कोई सर और मैम करके बात करता है. I go to government offices, everybody sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am. ये तो ब्रिटेन में भी लोगों ने बोलना बंद कर दिया सर और मैं जो भी मुझे मिलता है मैं यूं करता हूं। आप यकीन नहीं करेंगे, पीपल इंसिस्ट दैट आई शेक हैंड विद देम। I am saying these are things subconsciously ingrained in our minds. We are not realizing that, and therefore it is very important for the young people of this country to change it. And I'll give you a formula which is based on shared experience. What I have experienced in my life, I'll just give you a small 5V formula. And quickly I'll tell you. But before I get into that, this is something I have practiced, I have thought about it, and I'm doing it, and I've repeatedly experienced and I've found success with this. I'm just sharing it with you. It doesn't mean this is the perfect formula. You write your own formula. What I say, delete it from your mind after this. Let it just stimulate you, but don't go and tell us that, listen, I heard this 5V formula. You create your own like I created my own. Number one, first V is have vision. What does this mean? Everybody will tell you, have a dream. I said, never see a dream. Dream तो शेख चिल्ली लोग देखते हैं. Dreams are always broken. Dreams are never real. Dreams always come from your subconscious mind, which is regression. All your repressed ideas, thoughts, feelings go to your subconscious mind. Dreams are always destructive. Nobody in this world has created anything by seeing dream. हाँ जी मुझे सपना आया मैं ये. What do you see in a dream? Ask anybody. There are lots of psychological studies. In dream, the only thing people think of, a beautiful girl or a beautiful handsome man, a big house, a plush car, holidays, and looking good. That's all. Nobody sees a dream कि अच्छा मैं गांव में जाऊंगा और जाके मैं लोगों की मदद करूंगा. I won't go to America. I'll stay back in India and I'll serve my country. Or my parents are getting old. I'll quit my job and I'm going to serve my parents, do the service. No, that's nobody's dream. That is vision. And that's why we are scared of seeing vision. Because vision is always constructive, always contributive, and vision is always real, but vision is difficult. And how to see vision? आप कहेंगे भाई ये बोल तो दिया, पर vision कैसे देखूं मैं? मैं तो एक 19, 20, 21 साल का लड़का हूं, लड़की हूं, मैं कैसे देखूं vision? So I found my own trick. I said, write your own obituary. You lie down or sit down, go to a park, sit on a bench under a tree, close your eyes. And visualize that you are dead. And it's your body which is lying. हमारे यहाँ हिंदुस्तान में जब कोई मर जाता है तो people come और दो लाइन बोलते हैं. Now visualize honestly. अब तो आप मर चुके हैं, अब आपको कोई क्या कुछ एजेंडा तो है नहीं, इसमें पॉलिटिक्स क्या है कि कोई ये बोले, अब तो किसी को इंप्रेस भी नहीं कर सकते, आप मरे पड़े हुए हैं. तो आप ये देखिए, what is your father talking about you? What is your mother saying about you? जिस बच्चे को मैंने इतना सैक्रिफाइस करके बड़ा किया, एमबीए कराया, वो माँ आपके बारे में क्या बोल रही है? Your sister, your brother, your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, your social media friends. आजकल तो कोई मर जाता है सोशल मीडिया का, अच्छा हुआ मर गया साला. Visualize, write your own obituary, and then उसको फाड़ के फेंक दीजिए. And say, this is how my obituary is going to be. This is what I want people to tell about me. Somebody who dreamt of a big house and got it? Or somebody who innovated something or contributed to society which changed the future of this country or society or family? Write that down. That is vision. Second thing, once you have vision, you can't do anything with it. You need something to make that vision real. And what is that something? Monies don't make visions real. तो सारे अरबपति करोड़पतियों के बच्चे जो हैं वो अपने अपने विजन को रियल कर लेते हैं. लोग लोन लेते हैं, भाग जाते हैं. अगर पैसे से ही होता सब, पावर से भी नहीं होता ही. विजन रियल बनते हैं वैल्यूज से. When you apply right values, and right values से don't worry, मैं सूरज बढ़ जाता नहीं हूं, मैं संस्कारों की बात नहीं करने वाला. वैल्यूज का मतलब यही हो जाता है ना कि किसी के पांव छूना. ये भी देखिए डम्बिंग डाउन प्रोसेस है. हाउ वी हैव डम्ड डाउन दैट वी हैव रिड्यूस्ड द ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ इंडियन वैल्यूज टू कि भाई पूजा करना है, तिलक लगाना है, व्रत करना है, घंटी बजाना है, जय श्री राम बोल. नो, दैट दोज आर ऑल अदर थिंग्स. The greatest of Indian value, what is the greatest Indian thought which we have given to the world? शिवा को तो आप सब जानते हैं. Why Shiva's statue in cosmic dance is outside CERN, which is the world's most advanced nuclear physics lab in Switzerland? Why at CERN Shiva's statue is there outside? Why some of the greatest of the Nobel laureates, physicists, scientists, in their books always devote pages or chapters to Shiva? Some of the greatest of the philosophers and scientists have spoken about Indian philosophy. आज बोलिए तो लोग आपको गाली देंगे, कहेंगे ये है वो है, दुनिया भर की बात करेंगे. And that philosophy is of oneness. That everything is one. And that's why the cosmic dance of Shiva says this destruction, because what is happening in cosmic dance? It's a cycle of destruction and creation, destruction and creation. And it says this is one cycle. It's not two different things. So this philosophy of oneness, and that's why you see we are the strongest society in the world, most close-knit society, because somewhere in our DNA at subconscious level, we still believe in that oneness. That's why our families are so strong. People talk about communal tensions and religion. In India, in no other country, so much of diversity, the real diversity, not intellectual diversity. The real diversity interacts so much and lives peacefully with each other. We are the only country, because somewhere we understand that. And the third V is, once you have values and vision, now venture. What is venturing? Venturing is very simple. Experiment, question, experiment, learn, experience, learn, apply. This whole thing which is taught by modern self-help gurus about failing is good, failing is good. Why failing is good? If failing is good, then everybody should fail. And what is failure? When you fall sick, have you failed? What is failure? एक बच्चा जो चलना सीख रहा है, when he falls, is he failing? What is failing? Life cannot be quantified. This journey to self-actualization, of empowering yourself, empowerment, has not a race. It's not a competition where somebody is giving numbers, you pass and you fail. No. Everything is learning. When people say, when the second wave came, so many people died, India failed. No, we learned from that. We learned what not to do. And therefore, when the third wave of Omicron came, we were the safest country in the world, totally unaffected. Most of the nations are still closed partly. Look the way you are sitting right now. Go to any European or American university right now and see what. Can you sit like this? So venture out, learn, explore, and you can do it how I have done it. Number one, when everybody says think out of the box, but that assumption is think out of the box, that for some time when there's a meeting going on or you're in a classroom, come out of the box with a brilliant idea and then go back to the same box. I say destroy the bloody box. There is no box. You are a free person. Boxes are not good. Why think out of the box? Every time you say, आप किसी बच्चे को बोलो अच्छा बेटा तुम शुगर मत खाया करो, देखिए वो 24 घंटे शुगर खाता रहेगा. सबसे ज्यादा इंडिया में खाने के ऊपर डिस्कशन करवा चौथ के दिन होता है. वो शब्द हटाती है ना बॉक्स, जैसे थिंक. Why think out of the box? Think. वो तो हमारा ट्रू नेचर है to think. So destroy every box. Venture out and learn everything. Everything is learning. There is no failure in this world. Then, once you have these three things, then find your voice. Try to understand what is it that you want to do. You want to create a product? Why? You want to do a job? Why? You want to join Google? Why? You want to be a CEO of Google? Why? Is it aligned with the purpose, the vision of your life? You will find so many things will become simple in your mind. You will find solution. That will be your voice. Like in 2010, when I quit Bollywood and I freed myself of that model called Bollywood, I immediately found my voice. And your voice, again, I have to remind you, is not impressing anyone. It's expressing. And then you will find, in the end, the fifth V, which is victory. Now, what is victory? When I say victory, the first image comes to your mind is somebody crossing that red tape, running, or holding a cup, or a medal. देखो माँ मैं क्लास में फर्स्ट आ गया. Our minds are conditioned. हमने victory को इतना trivialize कर दिया है that we have converted trivialize to a medal, some copper medal or a degree or something like that. Victory is never external. Remember that. Victory is always internal. Victory is how you feel. Victory is not what people say about you. Victory is how you see yourself. So remember the last mantra. The greatest of the victories are never celebrated. They are just felt. Become that person. Thank you very much.